to Folly Favoritism. This is a very applicable one to Twitch or as a whole. That's what it would appeal to. Right, bread and circuses is the famous old saying that goes along with this. So those are like the two closest references we have, right? Stimuli acme is like the Freudian obsession, human obsession with sex. Where is it? Where is it? We could apply this to Freud with sex, and then we can go down to Folly Favoritism is like the bread and circuses, where, but this is more to imply that it's by choice. We can phrase it as like a question. Why would a self-aware thinking being do something, or not even that, favor something that is not intrinsically linked to either its physical self-interest or any form of functionalism? So for example, why would somebody stream on Twitch or play video games when, and that makes me think of another phrase, like, to be aware of it is not to be above it. So you can observe something even if this is the whole, oh, this is an anti-fallacy for like hypocrisy or something like that. You know, I can say, oh, soda is unhealthy, but I still drink soda. You can still, is not to be above it. This is one of my favorite phrases, in fact. It just applies to so many different things where people try to discredit something because of the person saying it or whatnot. Why would a self-aware thinking being favor something that is not intrinsically linked to either its physical self-interest or any form of functionalism, such as, again, entertainment, escapism, any form of fiction, right? Music even. It doesn't serve an inherent purpose if you look at it on a zero-sum level. So it's more of a question than a definition. So let's try to explain that within this framing. Why would that be the case? Right? As a form of distraction or the only free thought that escapes from contrivance response. Right? This is where thought would be condemned as if it is to blame for the contrivance, as if it is to blame for the non-absolute nature of contrivance response. So either it's all that, it could also be all that's left after a structure prevents, or anything but functionalism prevents anything but functionalism, right? Like the one refuge there. Distraction or the only free thought that escapes from contrivance response. So it's a form of distraction, and I guess the natural tendency would be to question it otherwise. It is chosen, however, not forced. That's why it's, favoritism is the key word.